Understanding zombie debt assumption as a commercial remedy. 1. You acquire defaulted accounts as a third-party creditor. You begin this process by purchasing a portfolio of charged-off or zombie debts. These debts are typically sold by original creditors or debt buyers for pennies on the dollar, often because they have aged beyond the statute of limitations for legal enforcement or have already been written off as a loss. When you acquire these accounts, you are not simply buying the right to collect, you are stepping into the commercial shoes of the last known creditor of record. This means you are positioned to negotiate, settle, and restructure the account in accordance with contract and commercial law principles. Your purchase transforms you into a lawful assignee, which is a critical distinction. Unlike a debt collector acting on behalf of another entity, you now own the obligation itself. This enables you to operate from the standpoint of a creditor rather than a third-party enforcer. This standing gives rise to a variety of options under the Uniform Commercial Code, especially Article 3 for negotiable instruments and Article 9 for secured transactions, that would not be available to you as a mere collector. 2. You initiate the debt assumption process with a new party. You may now arrange for another individual, a new account holder, to assume the obligation under a modified and restructured payment agreement. This is known in commercial terms as a novation by substitution of debtor. Since you are the holder in due course of the account and not merely a servicer or assignee, you can substitute a new party onto the debt through a written assumption agreement. This process allows you to replace the prior obligor with a new one, particularly attractive when the original debtor is unreachable or has no intent to cure. In this structure, the new account holder assumes the obligation voluntarily in exchange for terms that may improve their credit profile or grant access to Tradeline benefits, all while you maintain control over how the debt is reported, restructured, and enforced. 3. You structure a payment plan to maximize credit reporting value. To add further value, you may arrange for the new account holder to pay in 6 equal monthly installments, or over a longer 12-month term. This strategy is not arbitrary. It is designed to triage the account under Metro 2 guidelines, allowing you to report an active, positive repayment history to the credit bureaus over multiple cycles. Because you control the terms and the account's origination, you may re-establish a start date, report the balance, and reflect monthly activity that improves the payer's credit standing. This transforms what was once an uncollectible liability into a tradable, assumable, and credit-positive instrument. The value to both parties is mutual, the debtor rehabilitates their file, while you, as creditor, create an income stream and asset-backed reporting leverage. 4. You may offer rebates or discounts as a commercial incentive. An advanced option available to you as the creditor is to maintain a higher monthly payment structure or inflated remaining balance, but offer the new account holder a conditional rebate at the end of the term. For instance, you might collect 12 monthly payments of $100, totaling $1,200, but offer a $300 rebate if all payments are made on time. This structure mimics commercial instruments like conditional discounts or installment credit financing. It not only encourages performance, but also positions you to remain compliant with contractual consideration principles. It may also shield you from claims of deceptive practices if clearly disclosed in your agreement. By using rebates or deferred discounts, you align financial incentive with performance, while also preserving your margin. In effect, you recreate the structure of a performing consumer credit asset, backed by documentation, history, and benefit to the payer. 5. You re-enter the Tradeline as an original furnisher. Because you are not merely collecting but originating and restructuring new account terms, you are acting as the original furnisher of the newly assumed Tradeline. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, and Metro 2 reporting framework, you are permitted to report monthly activity as long as the reported information is accurate and the underlying account is contractual in nature. This means you are no longer dependent on the legacy of the prior creditor's reporting. nor are you constrained by the status of the original charge-off. Your reported trade line is a new extension of credit via a legally enforceable assumption and payment agreement. This transforms your position into that of a data furnisher and portfolio manager, not just a passive note holder. In doing so, you generate long-term value from non-performing paper, open pathways for credit restoration services, and establish a legally defensible, commercially sound alternative asset strategy. Would you like me to generate the credit agreement template, assumption contract, or Metro 2 dispute proof reporting format to match this model? Would you like to view debt trade lines you can purchase for pennies in the dollar?